morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Finance Wednesday. Now, I'm recording this video this morning. I recorded one last night, wasn't happy with it. The more I thought about it, the more I decided I needed to redo it. So, if you have been to my channel before, thanks for stopping back in. And if you're new, please subscribe. And in a little bit, I'll tell you why clicking that subscribe button may be super important, especially if you have a YouTube channel. Today, I'm talking about what I am using for savings challenges, and I have several. I am blessed that Bob has a good job, and there are only 2 of us in the household. But I also know that that's only going to last for a couple more years, and then he's going to retire. So I'm trying to plan our savings and getting some things that we know that we're going to want or need into our retirement years before he retires. So that's why these multiple savings challenges are so important for us right now. One of the things that I'm using is the Budget Mom, and I've got this in a binder, but I had such a glare from the front cover pocket on the binder that I just pulled this out. I'm going to link the Budget Mom down below. Now, she's been doing this for several years, and she sells a complete packet that also includes the templates, or actually includes, sorry, I haven't even had all of my lemon water yet this morning, includes all of the envelopes, including one that is blank, so that you can print out as many of them as you want and use it for whatever you want, so that, you know, if you're OCD like me, all of your envelopes are the same. But I have one for each of the 12 months, plus Christmas, and then I have one that I have made and printed out for my Etsy, and I'll tell you why that one is going to be used here in just a minute. But I'm going to flip this over here. Now, the one thing about the Budget Mom is, aside from the stuff that you can go in and you can order her packet for $10, and it's been $10 for a couple of years that I know of. This year she has added a children's savings packet to it, but she has not raised the price, and I think that's really cool. Her goal is for you to give you an assist in helping you get your children on the savings path. And there's lots of different monthly challenges that you can do something different with them every month, because, you know, attention span and repetition is not a favorite of most kids. So there's a different type of savings challenge every month. And I've adapted a couple of theirs in here because, after all, there's a kid in all of us. And, you know, we're part of the thing behind the savings challenges, aside from just stuffing money in our savings account every month. We want it to be fun. We want it to be something that we want to do. So that's why even the kids' challenges are important. Now, I am doing a bi-weekly challenge. I'm doing the 100 envelope challenge. I'm doing the 52 weeks challenge. Then I'm doing the $5 challenge, my version of the dollar challenge, and the 5% challenge. And these are ones that are done these are ones that will be consistent every month. And then I have a fun challenge that is done just for that particular month. And I've gone through all of her savings challenges and just picked one for each of the months that I'm doing. Now, the 5% savings challenge, this is where, after you've paid all of your bills, whatever's left, you take 5% of that and stuff it back in an account. And I think that's pretty cool, because oftentimes we think, oh, gee, I've got money left. And then we just blow it. We don't pay any attention to what we're doing with it. 10% would be even better. But I think most of us could handle 5%, which means if after you pay all your bills, you've only got $50 left, stash that $5 back. At the end of the year, you're going to have an extra $60 for Christmas, or maybe to get your Christmas dinner that you might normally have to pinch and scrape on. Put it back, pretend you don't have it, and you're good. I'm also going to be doing our last name challenge, and what this is you take the letters of your last name and you multiply it by 5. Now, I'm only going to be doing this through the end of August. Whether I start in September and start for next year or not, I don't know. But right now, I'm only doing it for the month of August. You multiply the number of letters in your name by 5, and you put that amount back in a savings account, either every Sunday, from every paycheck, every month. Break it down however you want. And the reason I'm doing our last name is our anniversary is in, now she has this one set up for February, but I'm doing it every month. And the reason I'm doing it every month up through August is Bob and I's anniversary is in August. And this will give us money to go do something special for our anniversary. We don't buy gifts for one another. We just plan to go do something special for our anniversary. Sometimes we're having to do it the week after our anniversary. And then this one is a 5-letter word challenge. Haven't picked out my 5-letter word yet. The Budget Mom's last name is Jolly, but you would take, what she does is with five weeks, she takes 1 letter from each week, each Friday, and that money gets put back for the month. I will probably do this per paycheck and then see where we're at. So those are ongoing throughout the year. And then we get into the rest of them that I'm doing, which is the 1-year savings plan to save $2,000 by taking a specific amount out of each paycheck. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to break down for me because Bob gets paid every week for 3 weeks, and then he doesn't get a check for 3 weeks. And then he gets paid for 3 weeks, and then he doesn't get paid for 3 weeks. Because he gets paid for the 3 weeks that he's on the boat, and he does not get paid for the 3 weeks that he's off. So I'm just going to paycheck 1, paycheck 2. I'm not going to worry about the months and then see where we wind up at the end of the year. The 100 envelope challenge you are aware of that I'm doing. I did a thing like that about that last Wednesday. And I have my cards here. I need to go with them this way and I need to shuffle them around a little bit since I know what's on the bottom. But I've already drawn for his checks this month. I drew a $68, a $38, a $35, and a $6, and I've got 1 more check to draw cards for, and that will take care of 2 more of those. But you draw those, draw 2 cards, draw a card for every paycheck, or is it every 2? Anyway, by the end you have 100 envelopes. I'm going to have my start date, my end date, and then I will put down my why, just to make sure that I've got a cushion of savings put back. Then we're doing the 52-week challenge, and this is where by the end of the year I'll have 1,378. This is coming out of my allowance every week. Bob's first check back is a short check, and so that one goes completely into his account, and then I get an allowance every week that I take out of the check, and then this is, I will take this for me out of my allowance. Okay, then we're going to get into January. This one is an eat at home, and we've done pretty good with this this year. I've only eaten out twice. But you think about meal plan first, so that if you've got meals planned, you're less likely to eat while you're out and about. Now, if you just grab a quick burger, that's one thing. But to go out to some place like Colton's or whatever, and I know a lot of places right now you can't even eat out. Now, we're lucky here in the Ozarks. Mask up, social distance, and we've been able to go into restaurants for months. So, Bob and I do tend to eat out quite a bit when he's home. I want to try and get back to what we were going to do last year before COVID hit, and that was we eat one, he picks out 1 lunch the 1 week we're out, the next week we're out, I pick out lunch, and then one of the weeks that he's home, we do 1 nice dinner out, and then everything else is at home. So, whenever you think about, let's just stop at Colton's for supper. How much are you going to spend at Colton's? Go home, put that amount in your savings account, and you can track it here. Now, she has room on this page to do your meal planning. I don't need the meal planning. I have a separate planner. So I'm just going to write in the date. We were going to eat at Colton's. This is what we saved. And I will do that for the weeks when he's home. I usually only eat out twice when he's gone. Mostly because of my sugar. I can't wait. So, and I usually eat Chinese. That's usually my thing. I eat Chinese. So February, time to wake up. Every Saturday morning, note what time you wake up. This was from one of the kids' challenges, and that's how much money you put back for that Saturday morning. So if I woke up, this morning I woke up at 5:30, so I would save $5.30 if this was the first Saturday in February. The going generic is part of my shopping thing, and this is where, when we go shopping, if we normally buy a name brand of something, as if I go to think about putting it in the cart, I'm going to see what their generic or store brand is in equivalent. You save the cost difference. And then you mark whether you like or dislike that generic option, so you know whether to buy or not buy again. And how much you're going to, if you can continue to buy the store or generic version, you'll notice how much you would normally save. So if you normally spend $2.98 on a jar of spaghetti sauce, name brand, but the store brand is only 99 cents, you're going to save a bundle every time you buy that jar of spaghetti sauce by not buying the store brand or the name brand. So I've got one of these to track every month for my grocery shopping in this year. March's Saving Challenge is Weatherman Wednesday, and this is where you put down the temperature every day. And so, example, if the temperature is 35 degrees, you'd save $3.50. If it's 90 degrees, you'd save $9. And there's a place to date, what the weather was, the temperature, how much you saved. Now, they've got the little box here for kids to draw a weather picture. Not really necessary for, an adult. There's my Eat at Home for March and my going generic for March. April is Build a Word. And this one you take, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign each one of these letters a number 1 through 26. And then I will go ahead and use random generator and pick 9 numbers 1 through 26. And with those 9 blocks, you make a 3-letter word, and whatever the dollar amount is for those 3 letters, then that's what you would save. So rot, it would be $2, $2 for, and T is $2. There would be $6 that you would save. And you do that on the 5th and the 20th of the month of March. Actually, but I put it in April because March is National Weather Awareness Month, so that's why I put the Weather Wednesday in here. And then that's April. For May, double the color, and you take and you have blues, yellows, greens, and orange squares. You're supposed to cut those squares out, drop them in a bag. Because there are 3 different letters, I've got a dice cube, but I'm just going to put a letter sticker on 4 sides. And so that whatever letter comes up, that will be my color. So square 1 would be blue, square 2 would be yellow. So I would have a $2 saved that for week 1. And if I wanted to do this with kids and was teaching them their colors, which this is from out of their savings challenges, you could teach them that blue and yellow makes green, and they'd get an extra $1.50 because they've learned that blue and yellow mixed together would make green. So I think that one's kind of cool. My savings challenge for June is a word search. And every week you find 2 numbers in here. And count the number of letters in each of the word, and you save that amount. So I found, when I was looking last night, I found winter. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'd be $6, and then whatever my second word is that I would find. And you do that you do that once per week for the entire month of June. July, emergency fund. The first Sunday of every month, or for every Sunday in July, you put back $50, so that by the end of the month, you've got $200 saved back for any type of emergency. Kid falls and breaks an arm. There's $50 just for your copay, probably, for your insurance. August, this is matching squares. And if you remember the game Match Game, where you lay out all your squares and you turn over and you get a match, on the first Monday of the month, I matched both $2 squares, so I would get to save $2. Cut out the 20 squares, flip over 2 at a time, and try to match the like amounts. The first match that you get, you save that amount shown on the cards, and you do that every week in the month of, I have mine in the month of August. September is favorite show and savings. So this one, you pick out the last word of your currently favorite show, and each letter coordinates with the dollar amount, just like on the last name challenge. And you stash that back in an envelope to see how much money you can come up with. Now, one of the things that she talks about is you don't necessarily need to keep pulling from your budget. Pull it from one of your other cash envelopes, such as your nail salon envelope, or your maybe your eating out envelope fund, or your clothing fund envelope, and use them for these so that you're saving them for something different. It's kind of a robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. For the month of October, this is do-it-yourself. Now this is where if you, instead of going out and buying something, maybe you need a gift, see what you have at home that you can use to make that gift or a comparable gift, and the money that you would have saved by not buying that will go into a fund. Mine is going to be a craft project, one every week for the month of October, in preparation for Halloween. November is spin the wheel, and I will do this one again with either random organ, or instead of using random.org, if you have an Alexa, you can say, Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 10. And I'm going to number these. In fact, let's do that now. I have my, flip this over. I have a pen pouch in here. And let's just go back to November. And instead of cutting this out and spinning the wheel, because I don't see that as being very stable, let's just give this, if I can get my cap off, there we go, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I would ask Alexa or random.org to give me a number between 1 and 8. And you do this every Sunday, and whatever it tells you to pick, then that's what goes into your savings account. And then for December, Mail Monday. Now this one I'm doing just a little bit different. This is for every Monday. For every piece of mail that comes in, you have a dollar amount set aside that you will put that amount in an envelope. Mine is going to be for every Christmas card that we receive in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Will not be just on a Monday. How many ever Christmas cards come in that week? Now, we do still get quite a few Christmas cards, mostly because we send Christmas cards. Most years. I did not get Christmas cards sent last year. But that's going to change. Also, if I remember to send birthdays and anniversary cards throughout the year, I'm more likely to get a Christmas card from somebody in the month. So we're going to see if we can build back up the Happy Mail Christmas mail for that. The other thing I'm going to do is, as a bonus, if I get Happy Mail from any of my crafting swappy thingies, any Happy Mail is going to be worth $5. And then at the end of the year, I can go back and say how much we saved for each month and what my grand total should be combined in all of those envelopes. And that is my version of the Budget Mom Savings Challenges, combined with other savings challenges that I think are important for me too. The key is to remember to put money back and not just spend it. Now, there is one envelope in there that is a no-buy month. For me, that one is a little difficult because as a design team member for Dear Julie, I use not only the design team items that I get from her and the free items that I get from her every month, but usually there's a accompaniment ephemera packet that I will go in and buy. Or if I'm working on a journal in particular, they're business investments, so I don't necessarily count those. And you know what? We're up to 20 minutes. This is going to be a really long morning. Remember to, if you're not already a subscriber, please click that little subscribe button, because every Saturday I do Shout Out Saturday. And that is, I pull 5 names from all of my subscriber list, and I will link your channels in the description box below and send my subscribers over to pay you a visit. So you're going to want to make sure, if you're not already subscribed, please click the subscribe button so I can get you added to my list. I will be back here tomorrow. I've had a request to do a video on doing the envelope punch board and doing different sized envelopes that are not listed on your envelope punch board. So you're going to want to come back for that one. and finish it Friday. I almost have one project finished, so you're going to want to come back and see that too. I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day and creative blessings.